Not my sphere, although I think I've heard of fried green onions.
It's a
Cooking show?
famous, lesbian movie.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure. And Misery is a Stephen King book adaptation.
I'm looking up fried green onions now.
All right, then.
Guess I know what we're watching at movie night on Friday. Oh, wait, but I won't be here.
What's the topic today?
Glasgow.
Can I have it?
No.
Oh. Pretty please?
No.
Is Glasgow northern or southern?
What?
Ireland?
Scotland, my guy.
Scotland. Glasgow.
I feel like I'm gonna learn something.
That was
today.
very English of you.
Also, there's Slurm on Saturday. You're invited to the Slurm after that as well.
Oh, with the bus on it?
Yeah.
Do you mean fried green tomatoes?
Yeah, that might be it.
Okay.
I think I was thinking of Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs.
Yeah, because fried green tomatoes is a famous movie.
Learning a lot today.
Lesbian movie.
I don't know that it is lesbian, though.
Anyways, it has a bus on it because...
I'm effing the word lesbian.
It has a bus on it because we're going on a recreational bus ride.
Oh, so unlike the novel, the film does not make the lesbian romance between the two central characters explicit, instead leaving blah, 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 blah. It was heavily criticized for glossing over the lesbian relationship.
I'm pretty sure
they straight washed my lesbian book.
Well, anyway, Kathy Bates is in it. And she's a doll.
Okay. Whatever you say, Alex. Can we clap? Do it, Kyle.
So the computer decided to update. So
That's
it's
fine.
just turning on now.
Okay.
So
whatever.
I guess that doesn't need syncing. So I guess we can clap. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, just start it once it works.
They call me the clapper.
Did you need to get some claps in too?
Yes.
There's got to be some sort of art form.
It's called percussion, Kyle. Look it up.
That might be a bit of a stretch.
I was a woodwind, but percussion's not bad.
I was a piano.
A pianist.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kyle, do you know anybody who plays piano well?
I think I'm about the best piano player I know, and I'm not that good. So.
Okay.
I don't know anyone.
I was on a phone call yesterday, and among other things, this priest I was talking to is kind of old. And you know how old people tend to sort of wander when they talk? There was a specific topic of conversation that we were having, but he sort of kept bringing in other things. And one of the things that he brought in was that his church needs a piano player and will pay $100 a Sunday for it.
Money.
So if you know anybody who plays piano...
In Mormon churches, we compete to be the organist.
Yeah.
How long
for free?
Organ.
How long does it take to learn the piano?
Good enough to play at church? A while.
I mean, you don't have to be that good, but you do need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Giles plays the piano.
No,
if we're doing LDS hymns, I think I could pull it.
Hymns. We're doing Episcopal hymns.
I think LDS hymns would be the last thing they'd play.
Okay.
Yes, the priest I'm talking to
I'm unusually
at the Episcopal Church is doing...
I'm unusually good at LDS hymns. Like those I could probably pull.
What?
Well, I don't know. A lot of the tunes are the same.
No, like the official 1985 Mormon Church hymn book arrangements of those tunes.
Oh, well, you might be cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can get you a pianist's copy of the hymnal 1982 if you want it.
Oh,
and then
3
you
years
can
older
practice
and
make
wiser,
$100 a Sunday.
Yeah. I don't think I'm quite there, but thank you.
$100 for 2 hours of work. And it's a psychic.
That's pretty good.
Maybe I should...
Welcome to... Are we recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet. Live from an undisclosed location at the corner of Beep and...
Beep.
In downtown Salt Lake City. This is the Red Line Podcast. I'm your host, quotes, eat chicken for dinner, Dunstan, and these are my co-hosts.
Alex, be my beep. Kyle.
Beep.
Holland. And...
Alex. Fielder. Today we're discussing one of the world's strangest transit systems, the Glasgow Subway. Glasgow or Glasgow? What are we going
I think
for?
it's Glasgow.
Glasgow?
Are we checking?
No.
We're going to do a whole because it's Britain, I refuse to care.
What's your first instinct, Alex?
Glasgow.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's how we're saying it.
Okay,
Glasgow.
deal.
Just how did the Clockwork Orange start
Isn't
turning?
that a book?
And
Yes.
a movie. A very...
About what?
ultra-violence. Acts of ultra-violence.
Very violent.
Very
Who's doing the violence against who and
young
why?
men against women.
Oh.
I do believe.
Naturally.
And old people.
Well, the
But-
only way to do violence is young men against women.
That seems maybe not it.
Historically speaking, that is the most common type of violence.
Anyway, when did the Clockwork Orange start turning? And what is the future for the world's third oldest subway?
The
Classic Britain doing the Industrial Revolution.
The first two being the Metropolitan Railway in London, which was from 1863. Don't quote me on that. The second being Budapest in 1894.
Don't quote you on that
So
either.
London had the world's only metropolitan subway for like 30 years.
We've got to do like an
Very
episode.
Episcopal.
What does that even mean?
Very Brit-filled. We've got to
Very
do...
Church of England build.
That's right, innit? I love the Church of England.
We got to do an episode on like the Industrial Revolution and like the
Its
railway gauge.
consequences.
No, we'll just stay in the 1800s and talk about like, the railway gauge wars and all the crap that
Isambard
happened
Kingdom
in Britain.
Brunel, my king, whomst I stand.
You sound ready to write this. We should do it as part of this series.
I do like Isambard Kingdom
If we're going to
Brunel.
talk about the world's third oldest subway.
He also built the world's largest ship,
That's, yeah, I guess that checks out.
the Great Western.
The HMS Titanic.
No.
Greatest of its time or
Yeah,
greatest
it was
ever?
the world's largest paddle steamer.
Oh, okay. I was going
And
to
it was
say.
very large.
Paddle
It was the
steamer.
largest ship for like 30 years or something.
Okay, that's a pretty impressive span. Like they just keep cranking those ships.
So anyway, Kyle.
Oh yeah. Do.
TriMet is closing yet another downtown station. Skidmore Fountain Station, known to members of this podcast primarily for its proximity to Voodoo Donuts, is
Oh,
soon
yeah.
to join a growing list of downtown Portland MAX stations closed by TriMet in recent years as part of an effort to speed up agonizingly slow MAX trips through the city's central business district. And it's needed. The 12 stations between the Lloyd District and downtown Portland are less than a quarter mile apart on average and take almost 30 minutes for trains to traverse.
30 minutes. Goddamn fuck.
3 miles. 3 miles.
6 miles an hour. I need to stop complaining about our 10 miles an hour.
Um,
Goddamn.
Faster
fuck.
to walk.
in short, yes, often. Or at least to like jog.
A speed walk.
Speed walk and jog, yeah. In short, a tunnel can't come soon enough, but this is a good place to start. They've already closed 3 other stations, it should be noted. So until recently, they had 15 stations and 3
So
miles.
many damn stations. Why
They
are
have to
there
have
so
a station
many?
every 2,000 feet.
These are not bus stops. This is a train.
It's urbanism, Kyle.
Why don't they
When
run it?
it's urbanism,
It's-
when train goes
Urbanism
slow.
is when train on street goes slow and charming.
Urbanism
Kyle.
is when train goes slow. Got it. Now these woke anti-urbanists in Portland are making train go slightly less slow.
Yeah, it's gentrification probably, and I assume it has something to do with colonialism. Everyone, everyone who ever has lived in Portland.
A tunnel, please, God.
You see, but that is a symbol of colonialist oppression because it is boring and destroying the earth, and it's inherently patriarchal to build a tunnel.
Me when the Max is manifesting its way under downtown
Did you say
Portland.
manifest?
What if also the train went a little bit faster in the street, pulled in the stations a bit faster, and the stations in the
Okay,
street were
can
designed
we
for
talk
the train
about
to go
the
faster?
super boring, like, TriMet operators are cowards. And
Yes.
here's how I know this. Because every time I'm on a TriMet train, even though it goes the same speed as an Njuda train, it takes them half an hour to get up to 15 miles an hour. Whereas, if you are riding Muni, you know that everything takes forever and is super slow. But when those suckers, like, get off the block, those guys just hit the freaking balls to the wall and accelerate to 25 miles an hour at like the maximum possible acceleration rate.
That's why the max acceleration rate exists.
Yes. Also, I appreciate tracks drivers who kind of also just slam on the accelerator.
I greatly appreciate that as well. Like, and Muni has much more dangerous stops and worse like visibility for the
yeah,
train.
but it's still better.
Yeah, so why are they going faster than Portland, which still has bad visibility and bad
I think
stop
that like
design?
the J Church may be faster than Max through downtown Portland,
Oh, that hurts so bad.
and not even the subway section of
And
the church.
the church is
Anyway.
the church is just bullshitting its way through the middle of the street.
I was looking at all my photos from my most recent trips to San Francisco and being depressed about it.
Yeah, are we
Anyway.
back in? Are you back in your San Francisco?
I'm
era?
always in my San Francisco
Sometimes
era,
you take
Kyle.
breaks and fantasize about different places,
Yeah, well,
like whatever that place was in the Midwest.
Bell-
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
that was mostly a joke. Oh, I
Sometimes-
also always in that era.
Sometimes Portland's just really
I
wherever
have
you've
a
been
YouTuber
moving.
I watch who does narrowboats.
Oh, only one.
I think he's the only one.
No.
No shot. No
It's
shot.
probably the same one I've seen then. Yeah.
I get ads for those now. They want me to buy one.
And use it where?
Well, presumably I'll work remotely or something.
What I mean, like relative to where you live,
Yeah, I'll move and then I'll
to Britain.
yeah, and then
Okay.
work remotely from my boat.
They're just taking whoever these days.
What do you mean?
Britain.
If you're white,
Oh,
an American maybe. Like
checks box.
I don't know. I have United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Mr. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, I would like to submit my application for legal residence in the United Kingdom. I have the following skills. Number 1, podcaster.
And
Number 2, Anglican.
okay.
Number 3.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Number 3, college degree. That's pretty good. Work experience. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Savings. I have
Nice.
savings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 6,
I will
willing to pay
contribute to
taxes
the
twice.
I am willing to pay taxes twice. I think that labor is great. And I can say Newcastle upon Tyne without laughing.
And you have 2 English citizens who would vouch for you.
That's true. And I can marry Giles for citizenship.
There you go, bro. That might be.
Yeah,
a
that
little
Hey
works.
bit
Giles,
silly.
you want to do a visa marriage?
I feel like you might.
So anyway, that has been my reasons why Mr. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, you should let me. I am very normal and can be trusted in the United Kingdom
Worth a shot.
of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
You do not own a single knife.
I do. I do not own a single knife. That's a good one.
Yes.
This is like at the Canadian border where they ask you what kind of guns you have and remind you that there are different gun rules.
Oh
in
yeah, you
Canada.
can't bring your guns into Canada, eh? Oh, and
You're running out of
I
fingers.
hate the Irish.
The northern or southern? Or just
Southern,
both?
southern.
Okay.
That was fake news, by the way. I have nothing against the Irish people or the Republic of Ireland
But you think it would be a practical thing to put on your citizenship application?
in the United Kingdom, definitely.
Uh,
They still hate them, and I know it.
I'm somewhat envious of the Irish. There's this one woodworker I watch on YouTube.
Yes, I know that
yeah.
guy.
And it looks
Ian
like he-
Riordan.
Lovely looking guy. Makes his country look beautiful.
Yeah, the trouble is that like the worst slum in Ireland costs like twice as much, like on a GDP per capita adjusted basis, than like the most expensive apartment in New York.
Owning property
but
is a real job. Owning
about
property is a
England?
real job.
Probably about the same. No?
England's
Worse?
housing market sucks, but it's not nearly as bad as Ireland.
Jeez.
So anyway,
No wonder why he's looking for a stone cottage
Mm-hmm.
to rebuild.
exactly. Because no, I kid you not. Like it's like it is the worst housing market in the world on a country scale.
Oh,
Ireland, because they built nothing, and as it turns out, not building supply makes housing expensive. Who would have believed it?
wow.
Sucks we're not number one as the number one country in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
Number 1 in gun violence, number 1 in drug overdoses, number 1 in prison population, but not number 1 in housing prices yet. Okay, this has been the news. And my application to Keir Starmer.
Dude.
Kyle just threw something at Alex. I'd like to report an assault.
I'm sure that was
What's the
heard.
Salt Lake City Police Department non-emergency number?
I don't fucking know.
811? No. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool before
811.
you dig.
Can we get 811 on the pod?
812 or 912.
Or 119.
411?
Because it's the opposite of an emergency.
Yeah, 11/9.
Yeah.
11/9/1941, a date which will not live in infamy. Okay.
You've already
Scottish
been
city-
canceled like twice.
The
and haven't even
Scottish
left the
city
news.
of Glasgow is a historical powerhouse.
The Scottish city of Glasgow is a historical
Can you
powerhouse.
not echo me? Are you a child now?
Of God. Got him.
Yeah, until I'm gonna excommunicate him. I don't have the power to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Cool.
I'm gonna go talk to the bishop and she'll do it. Let's see. Hailed as the second city of the Victorian-era British Empire, the city is a center of manufacturing, industry, and wealth in southern Scotland.
Whoa. Industry_IRL?
Yeah. Today, it's a financial capital and the largest city in Scotland, home to roughly 1.8 million people living in various localities.
Regular finance or like industrial banking finance?
Probably all
Hashtag
of
Salt
it.
Lake City.
Isn't... Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of Ireland again. I was going to say tax haven, but...
Scotland is a little bit of a tax haven, but not in the same way that Ireland is, if that makes sense. While the city's transit backbone is, as in most British cities, its commuter rail network.
Of course it is. Why do they always have like a
which
million
is
trains running every 2 minutes?
extensive and the topic of next week's episode. Its most famous transit feature is the Glasgow Subway, a 6.5-mile loop line running around the city center.
Whoa, subway ring, subway ring?
Mhm.
So their first line is a ring line.
Their only line.
Very forward thinking.
It's very only.
Extremely
Very
forward thinking.
Circular thinking.
Ring lines 100 plus years before ring lines were cool. 200 years before ring lines were cool.
Ring lines have been cool for a long time. It's not like a circumferential line, Kyle. It's like a downtown streetcar.
I guess I'll have to wait till we see the picture.
So Glasgow was a growing city in the 1880s, and its downtown was very congested. With omnibuses, trams, and trains all full to the brim, local notables decided to form the Glasgow District Subway Company in 1890, which began construction on what was to be the first of many lines in 1891.
I love to form a company and then start construction the next year.
Pretty based.
Meanwhile, Express West.
They had to get a royal charter for this. Like whatever king was the king at the time had to sign something saying you can build a subway in Glasgow, which I think is pretty
very
fun.
British. That's very British.
Tunnels were built 31 feet below ground and took just 7 months in total to complete. But work continued on the new line for several more years, installation of tracks and cable equipment taking most of the remaining time.
Cable equipment?
Cable equipment. It was cable drawn.
Huh.
Of course it
the
was.
Glasgow cable car here.
I guess given the period, right? Like your options are steam and cable.
Yeah, well, and as it turns out, as the Metropolitan Railway proved to everyone's satisfaction, putting steam trains underground can be an
A pain in the
experience. Love to breathe in like coal dust and smoke.
Comes straight out of the floor.
Yes, exactly. The line had all island platforms and some of the narrowest tubes ever seen on a subway line. It was also built to a gauge of 4 feet.
I wonder if
That's
this is...
not even like significantly smaller than normal gauge.
It's 8.5 inches smaller than normal standard gauge.
It's not that much.
I don't know, that's quite a bit.
Like, Kyle, this is
Okay,
8.5 inches.
Okay, maybe that's a lot.
I don't like the implication of what we're talking about here. Island platforms, it should be said, that were and are wicked narrow. And you can see here in this picture that this is the width of like 3 people.
Are they trying to like kill people by like entity cramming them onto the tracks?
I like
Yeah.
how the tactile...
Strip.
Yeah.
The space between the tactile strip can fit like one person.
That's
about as wide
a
as
safe place to stand.
both
yes.
tactile strips put together.
Large single bore? No, large small bore.
So
Except it's not even a
interestingly,
bore.
this meant that the original trains on the network only had doors on one side because it was all island platforms.
And it was the 1800s, so they liked turning loops back then.
Uh-huh.
It's not...
There were no turning loops.
It was a big loop.
It was a big loop.
Oh, right, because it's already a loop. You don't need this genius.
Yeah, and you had and the maintenance facility was such that they had a giant crane that they would just lift the trains out of the system to do maintenance
What
on
the
it.
hell?
The arm of God.
I think that they still do that actually. I don't think that they have like a
Really crack.
Well, they don't look super heavy.
no.
They
They're
kind
not
of just
super
looks like a
large
Tic
trains.
Tac.
They're very small. The system opened for one day on December 14th, 1896 and carried 1,400 people in a demonstration of its potential. It was
Wow.
a hit in more ways than one.
Oh.
Because on the very first day of operation, 2 trains ran into one another, requiring the subway to be closed down until January of the following year.
Is that like a
Oh.
rear ending or
Yeah, one just ran into the back of the other one.
that happens?
Yeah, not their greatest moment. And you can see here this lovely graphic, which I have found from the opening time. Glasgow District Subway, round the city in half an hour. The only underground cable railway in the world. No smoke, no steam, perfect ventilation. Cable speed 15 miles an hour, 2.5 minutes station to station.
That is pretty fast for cable.
Fare 1 pence and 2 pence according to distance. No need for timetables. Trains every few minutes with perfect regularity. Roomy and commodious cars.
So good. I'm glad that too good for timetables has been a thing since the beginning of timetables. And I hate it just as much.
Okay, but they had a train like every 3
Every
minutes.
6 minutes.
No,
the
this is
service
not. This
so
is not
fast.
UBX. This is the Glasgow Subway.
Dude, even modern subways like the New York subway, when they're having
Dedicated
trains
lanes are such a blast.
every 3 minutes or less, still run schedules.
Boo, hiss.
So this was still like 30 years after people thought your body might just explode if you go faster than like 3 miles an hour, right?
Only if you're a woman.
Yeah, your vagina will. Your uterus will sort of fall out.
Now the balls, on the other hand, are invincible.
Are robust.
and full of piss.
And full of vigor.
Piss takes, that is.
and the vigorous
Vigor-
male genitalia.
Is vigor one of the humors?
No.
Oh.
There's black bile, yellow bile, pus, and blood.
Why not green bile and red bile?
I don't know. I assume that
Pus
red
and blood.
the 4 humors, and you keep them in balance, and you're no longer sick. Although I don't know where black bile was coming from because I have never had any black bile
You
or
probably haven't-
yellow bile come out of
You
me.
probably haven't had half as many diseases as the average 1890s are either.
I don't know. I had COVID, which is like our equivalent of the plague.
black bile, black death.
Yeah, I had black bile from COVID. But COVID is actually caused by an excess of black bile.
And you need to balance the humors.
That's right.
Buy our supplements.
That's why I drank blood to sort of balance out This is how you really cure COVID. It's not ivermectin, it's balancing the humors.
Is it like the political compass? You're trying to be as
Exactly.
central
You
as
have to be the
possible?
centrist in the political compass.
And then your friend drags the compass sideways.
Yeah, by putting black bile in you. So when the system finally opened for business, it was only the 3rd metropolitan railway in the world. Trains had a cream and plum color scheme.
Nice.
Yeah. These were slick, man.
These are some advanced
Do we have
color
a
names.
picture of the original cars? or-
I don't, but I can find one if you like.
I would love to see the
Okay.
cream and plum.
Okay.
Again, why they didn't keep that color scheme, unless they did, and we're gonna.
They
hear...
didn't,
Okay,
but it's
again.
quite. I think it's actually quite attractive.
Another
Alright.
big loss for English rail.
Yet another loser move for the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Very sad.
And its territories.
and its various overseas territories and crown dependencies.
The sun probably never sets on the British Empire.
No, it does.
Oh.
It did.
After Hong Kong.
No, there's still. It doesn't. Still, there's still just a
Okay,
lot of.
but there's like Guano Islands.
They're
There's
like-
just a
That's
lot of
okay,
like
right?
islands and
Yeah.
stuff.
They're
Yeah.
hanging on by
Honestly,
like one uninhabited island.
here's. I think this is sort of the colors. No, I can't find a good picture. It is quite good looking.
Is-
I'll trust you.
Oh well, I guess we can get an idea on the banner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Um,
was like top cream, bottom plum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Purple
so
and white.
I like
basically.
that.
so this one goes, I think you said 6.5 miles around the city
Uh-huh.
in half an hour.
That's right.
Now the max.
Now the max goes 3 miles. This is faster than the max when it was cable hauled.
That's
With a
actually
maximum
depressing.
speed of 15 miles an hour.
That's
And
actually
it's not
depressing.
plum and cream.
Actually, the max kind of is plum and
They
cream
have a
little
lot of
bit.
beiges and creams and
Oh.
off-whites.
There's a bit of plum in there as well, I'd say.
Okay.
You know the color of like the board between the operator and the carriage is kind of like plummish. This is the new Glasgow Subway, the Portland Max.
Maybe we should
home of
convert
the
it to
deepest
cable
subway
haul.
station in North America, which happens to be the only subway station on the system and is in the least useful place possible.
It has a funny elevator.
It does have a funny elevator. It tells you how what geological area you're going through, which is nice.
Woke science.
Yeah. So the times they changed, however.
Whoa.
The Glasgow Corporation Tramways took over the trains in 1923 after the company failed to make a profit basically ever.
Yeah,
Probably from charging 1 pence for a ride.
Probably.
Or 2 pence.
Probably.
Or
Or 2
tuppence.
pence.
Tuppence.
Tuppence.
They were too much for the people.
Tuppence.
Tuppence. Is that
I
like
forgot about
Tupperware?
that.
There's
I
an
forgot
actual.
about- yeah.
They had actual coins. They had tuppence coins.
And they call them
Tuppence.
tuppence.
yeah,
2 pence, tuppence.
tuppence.
Apples and pears.
I love to go and buy a bag of birdseed for tuppence a bag.
God, if we have the vending machine lobby in 2025 pushing for dollar coins
So,
and shitty designs on dollar bills,
the
imagine the subway turnstile lobby in 1900.
The GCT undertook
The Great Coast Turnaround.
Oh, we just said the name of this.
Glasgow.
Corporation Tramways.
Undertook electrification beginning in 1935.
That seems a bit late. I'm surprised they didn't switch from cable haulage earlier.
If it ain't broke,
Somehow it wasn't broke.
it was working fine. You just haul the cables.
Let's go check those things break a lot. Okay, horse.
So interestingly, for part of 1935, both cable hauled trains and electric trains were in operation at the same time. So on the clockwise trains, they were still cable hauled from March until December of 1935, whereas on the counterclockwise trains, they were all electric. So
That
you
is
could
a
have,
hilarious phasing scheme.
yeah, quite fun.
Yeah.
They also renamed it the Glasgow Underground in 1936, presumably in an attempt to magically sort of leech off the popularity of the London Underground.
And then they can have like a pretentious font and everything.
Yes, naturally. Although they do have quite good theming and their own font on the Glasgow Subway. So
It
All right,
seems
then.
like all of the
a lot of
trains that
British
we've talked about
a lot
has
of
good.
British systems have quite good graphic design, because 1970s British graphic designers were just like on something that made them the best ever at their job.
Opium.
The Balmer Peak of opium.
I don't think it was opium. Anyway,
That's your opinion.
They were selling all of it, so
this is not the 1870s, the 1970s.
they were still selling it.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot that in 1970, Margaret Thatcher sent the British fleet to open up Taiwan to British trade and forced them to buy opium.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Notorious
They were actually 2
history.
opium wars. So the subway became massively popular during the war years because it was a really good way to get to the dockyards where they're building all these ships to fight Nazis with.
That would do it, and all the usual war rationing stuff.
This is true.
Rationing the
So
platforms.
it transported millions of workers to the shipyards on the River Clyde. This was despite the fact that the tunnels had to be shut down briefly in 1941 due to bomb damage.
Awkward.
Yeah, because these are all cut and cover tunnels and not
Yeah.
like deep level tubes.
So surface damage is tunnel damage.
Surface damage is tunnel damage, and they were never really used as air raid shelters. Like, there's a lot of famous pictures from World War II of like a bunch of Londonites sort of huddling in tube stations to not be killed by the Germans. That never really happened in Glasgow. First of all, because it wasn't bombed as hard because it's a bit further away from Germany, and second of all, because they just weren't good for it because they weren't deep enough.
I learned that apparently there are some unused stations on the tube that were in the war years converted strictly into just bomb shelters.
I believe that there are several unused tube stations now that are like MI6 things for the Prime Minister in case of, nuclear war.
Don't doubt it.
Good quality hole.
Mm-hmm. Well, because if you think about it, if there's a nuclear war coming, everyone is going to be freaking the fuck out and trying to drive out of central London. And so the Prime Minister's not going to be able to get anywhere.
So just go
But
down.
You can go down into the tube,
For
and then
free.
they can take a train into like the Prime Minister's secret bunker subway station, right?
Precisely.
So I don't know if they would actually do that, but that is in my head.
In your head canon, when you're writing the next like Mission Impossible or whatever.
Ooh, yeah. When I write like the next like movie about World War III, that's definitely gonna happen.
Okay.
I feel like something like that happens in James Bond, but I could be
Based
wrong.
on a true story, James Bond.
Whoa. Sophie's gonna be the next James Bond.
That's what they call me, complete with the hot wife or girlfriend. I don't know.
Well, it's a movie, so you gotta play parts. So girlfriend can play wife in movie.
Or you can play all of the parts.
Well, I thought, I'll
Yeah,
be
that
like
would
those
also be
TikTok
funny.
people who like, I'll put on like a fake mustache whenever I'm the bad guy, and I'll have a towel over my head whenever I'm my mother. And anyway,
I've been watching so much internet comment etiquette, and I've never seen one person be that many distinct characters.
kids these days.
You even has Dr. Glaucomflecken beaten.
But the years following the war were not good to the subway. It became
Or the country.
This is true.
Oh.
One would say they're still in a worse position than they were before World War II. So it became more and more dilapidated and was heavily affected by inner city decline throughout the 50s, 60s, and 70s. There were no more dockyard jobs because there's no more industry in the United Kingdom. And ridership had once been driven by people commuting from slums, which were demolished, on the south side of the River Clyde to the dockyard. So basically this thing's entire use case sort of just like evaporated.
Yeah, I could see that.
So ridership was weak, infrastructure was extremely outdated,
You
and
don't say.
change was badly needed. By
Like-
1970, the trains were almost 70 years old and had
Oh,
never
God.
once been replaced or refurbished.
See, I would have thought they would have done a total replacement when they switched to electric traction, but I guess you just slap
No,
the
they
electric
just
in
slapped
there.
electric traction into the old
Okay.
trains.
Not a bad idea.
And the infrastructure, like New York subway infrastructure, has aged quite well. Obviously, you have to, fix it, but like the fundamental design from the original subway still is pretty good. But this one
Right,
kind of
but
just sucks.
If you never updated, I don't think have you ever seen pictures of New York subway in the 70s?
Yeah, with all the graffiti.
With all the graffiti, everything is garbage. Everything looks terrible. The trains are just nasty and ancient and terrible. And
Yeah, that's fair.
this is what this was like. And so the Greater Glasgow Passenger Transport Executive.
What the fuck is that
Very
name?
An
British
aspiring
name.
job.
The GGPT, the Gupta.
Gagupta.
The Gupta. Okay.
Gagupta. This is going to be a white British rapper. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a SoundCloud rapper. Sir Keir Starmer.
Yeah,
I have
you're
another reason why you should let me into your country.
You're gonna do that on your narrowboat. Great.
Yeah. SoundCloud rapper. Cruising in a narrowboat. Burning lots of coal. Hole.
15
Anyway.
followers.
Yeah, I'll be famous, man. I'll be the best British
Oh,
rapper.
that was just my rating of your SoundCloud performance.
Oh,
15 followers.
Yeah.
it's more than you have.
On SoundCloud, yes.
So
'cause I don't
cracks
have
were
one.
found in several tunnels in 1977, resulting in the system being shut down early for renovations. So they were going to do it starting in 1978, and then they're like, oh, crap, there's a lot of like cracks and holes and things.
See, I'm betting those have been there for a while and they just looked.
They look.
You don't
It's like
look,
when you-
it's not there.
So the system was closed for 3 years, the whole system, for renovations until 1980.
Cool.
But a new and much better subway greeted the new passengers. There was a new and more efficient fare system with like modern magnetic swipe cards.
Whoa, modern at the time. Cutting
were-
edge at the time.
There were new trains painted what has become the subway's signature bright orange.
New trains. Wow.
I know. Sorry
Proud of
about
them.
your plum and cream.
Looks like a dessert.
They redid all the stations with a sort of like iconic design scheme.
And hopefully bigger
And-
platforms? Or are they just bad?
In some cases, they also added side platforms to some of the really atrocious
That
stations.
sounds like a good idea.
So,
It's like the New York subway has some atrocious side platforms, but at least you got a wall you can back into and not just the other track.
this is true. You should see this one station in Bucharest though, because okay, we're gonna do a tangent here. So there was this dictator of Romania in the 1980s
Some tangent this is.
called Nicolae Ceausescu. And
Okay.
he is they're communists, naturally, but he was a really bad guy as well, which is not entirely uncommon for some reason. And so he was having he was designing a new subway system for the city because it was the 1980s and the communists loved to build metros in the 1980s. And the subway system was going to run under this river, and it was going to run from the university to this sort of central square where all the university students like to hang out.
Okay.
But Nikolai wanted to build character in the university students, so he refused to allow the subway designers to build the station. But the subway designers were smart, and so they put in a maintenance sort of siding station thing with platforms that were 3 feet wide on each side of the place where the station would need to be someday. And so when communism was overthrown and Ceausescu spent some time doing a short drop and a hard stop, as they say in Pirates of the Caribbean, the new government opened the station, and it has to this day 3-foot wide platforms.
Oh. You know that's a better reason than this damn system.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So they renamed it back to the Glasgow Subway in
Good.
2003 because everyone was still calling it that anyway. And then kind of nothing has happened except for various like signaling modifications and things like that until today when they just got very new and very nice trains.
Today being August 5th,
The
2025.
It was 2024. last
20,
year.
20.
Wow.
Okay, that's bait.
They do look
basically
nice.
today.
Custom
They're very
made to
good.
fit the hole.
Yeah,
Custom.
because it's the smallest
Yeah.
subway tunnels in the world. It is 4-foot
Non-standard
gauge for no
gauge.
reason.
That
And
sucks.
the tunnels are so small that you have to do special stuff with all the electrical equipment so that you can actually
Yeah.
fit passengers.
That checks out.
It doesn't even look like people would fit standing up.
You can't really stand up. You have to
Okay.
stoop.
That's hilarious.
Love it.
You know, at least they have a reason to have weird custom trains. The New York subway has weird customs and custom trains just for kicks and giggles.
It's New York.
We
Plus,
gotta
it's
pay.
the world's largest metro system,
twice
so
as
they can kind
much.
of afford to.
It
order
still
in.
drives up the price by a very large factor.
Price smash.
They need stainless steel trains, Kyle. It's America.
Otherwise they'll get
proud
stains
to
on
be
them.
an American, 'cause at least I know I'm free.
Yeah,
And I want to thank them.
the 70s stainless, the OG stainless subway trains or whatever generation were stain proof and none of the graffiti stuck to them.
Nope.
Okay.
It's like the
The
wounds they
graffiti
coat
didn't
with.
stain them.
Oh, it
Oh,
cleaned
that
off.
is true, yeah. I was gonna say it's like the wounds they have with like anti-pee on them, and then the pee,
I have not seen that.
like hydrophobic wounds.
I've seen anti-graffiti walls.
Hydrophobia.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not on
Water
our
is water.
podcast. Water is wetter.
Wow.
Brought
Right.
to you by
Improv, you
the
would say something like that, Kyle.
Brought to you
So
by the
ashamed of me.
brought to you by the Water Emergency Transportation Authority.
The greatest transportation authority in water. That's not
pipe.
true.
Hashtag wetter than water.
So, wow.
Hashtag
He's
wetter
so
than
problematic. Kyle, stop saying slurs against water. So in the future, nothing will be happening.
Oh wow.
So there have been literally dozens of expansion proposals for the system,
water. That's
none of which have ever or probably will ever come to fruition.
that's like a lot of different, very, very different proposals.
It is, isn't it?
Like, I feel like for a lot of systems, pretty much all support coalesces around like one or two obviously good ideas that have been good ideas since the system first was built.
Nope.
This does not seem to be that.
See,
Yeah,
I like
because-
you could take the white background off and it would just look like constellations, like kids point out.
Yeah, well, as it turns out, the region is quite well served by suburban rail, and so to build
Ugh.
a subway extension is not that necessary.
This isn't like a Great Society's metro, which is also the suburban rail,
Yeah, this is sort of just
the city
it's for the city
circulator.
center.
Yeah, and it does that pretty well, it looks like.
Although I will say I do like this double loop design from 1944. I think that's quite fun.
That is a bit funny.
That wouldn't have worked with the one-sided door trains, I don't think.
No, they would have had to replace their trains before
Oh.
1980.
Crazy.
Their trains from 1895.
Well, you know,
God.
I guess that's
You could walk into a station in the year of our Lord 1975 and ride on a train from the 1800s. Weird. They are planning to build a tram train to the airport, though, I guess, so that's something.
Tram train.
And it will have a walking transfer to the subway, which is why it's included in this.
What? There's a new train. Why can't it have a decent transfer?
Look at that, cream and plum.
What?
Just looking up the cream and plum.
Alex is very into the cream and plum. Would you say you're a cream and plummy?
Oh yeah, right, cream and plummy.
They call me the right cream and plummy.
Jeez, this website that you got the poster from has some wonderful images.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
I will say it's interesting that there are 4 park and ride stations on this system.
Why on God's green earth
You know, I
would a
don't
park
know.
and ride be useful?
I don't know, man.
You know,
Maybe
I
they're
hate
close to a motorway or something.
I hate to say it looks like they did replace their trains for electrification. Or they got different ones.
Have I spread
Well,
fake news?
check this
Because the thing I read said that they were...
I don't know. These
That's a
look like...
heritage unit.
Okay. So I guess it was these ones?
Those are the ones from the first set of train replacements in the 1980s.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
The Lie
We're
Free
good.
podcast.
Live free podcast today.
Fact check on
90%
air.
truth.
Please, I'd like to say at least 95%.
You already pulled some dates out of your ass, and I'm not sure if they're
I
right.
didn't pull any dates out of What date did I pull out of my
At the
ass?
very beginning, when we were talking about some random history.
Oh,
of the
I'm
other
pretty
oldest.
sure I'm correct. You can look that up
I'll look it up later. We'll find out.
and
The
put
reckoning.
a note if I lied. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, and to follow and leave us a rating on iTunes and / or Spotify. If you like what we do here, please consider becoming a member on Patreon. Patrons receive early access to all of our regular content, as well as exclusive content and occasional merch drops. Speaking of patrons, at our frontrunner tier, $10 or more per month, we have Zach Adams, Aaron, Curtis Herring, and Tony Stunts.
At our... I don't know if I'd call it plum. It's kind of more like burgundy
Plum
and
tier.
cream. But at plum and tea... plum and cream tier, $5 a month, which is our red line, I guess burgundy. We have Christopher Whaley, DJ
Hi, Will.
Watkins, Elijah Kensler, Isaac Madsen, Jesse Mayo, Kyle Irving, Nebula, Reluctant LA Resident, Robert P. Walsh, and Zephyr Zamoro.
At our blue line 3-foot wide platform tier, that's $1 per foot for your information. We have Alex Dykelski, Ethan McDonald, Evelyn, G4, Litmus Zest, Martine Hecker Martinez, Matt Gray, McKay Ransom, Oliver, Sam Myers, Sky Lukowski, Toronto Transit Channel, and Zach Verstaat.
And at our 4-foot gauge tier, for some reason, we have Benjamin Wood, Joshua S. Horvath, Capio, Ryan Bailey, and William Rowe. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.